It was a day off. In the morning at about 9 o'clock, everyone gathered for breakfast. The parents had fun, not knowing that this was the last time they would see George today. Pepper went to play with George. Mummy Pig washed the dishes and sat down with Daddy Pig to watch TV. Later, Daddy Pig took the garbage out. Mummy Pig cooked the food and called everyone to eat. Everyone came, except George. Pepper said they were playing hide and seek, and George might still be hiding. The last time she saw him was about an hour ago. Mummy Pig called out to him again, but no one came. Mummy Pig was immediately alarmed. This had never happened before. They went as a family to look for George. They went through all the rooms, calling for him. But he didn't answer. They thought it was just an inappropriate joke from George. Now they started looking in every possible corner. They rummaged around, but they didn't find him. They realized that George was not at home. They didn't know how he could have gotten out. The front door was locked. They called the police. The search began. George's parents started looking outside, going to all the places he liked to be. They searched all day and never gave up hope, but they didn't find anything. The next morning, they went into the woods. They walked for hours looking for George, until they realized they were lost. They continued walking through the forest. They didn't want to be reported missing the next day. They wandered for hours until they saw a trail of blood that led somewhere. This trail of blood had been left today. They were terrified. They had no idea who could have done this. As they walked a little ways down the trail, they saw a shoe. It was George's shoe. Daddy Pig pulled out a knife, and they sped up, hoping they could find George alive. The tracks led them straight to the dump. They led right under the wrecked car. George slept underneath this car. He was in the dump after playing hide and seek in the rubbish bin and woke up to a car crushing him. The car broke his leg under its weight, but because of the shock, he didn't feel it. He could hardly breathe, but he managed to squeeze under this rusty machine, cutting himself badly. He began his fight for life. He had been at this junkyard for a day waiting for help, and now realized he needed to find someone himself and crawled forward. He couldn't walk because of his broken leg and was poisoned by the food he had eaten at the dump. As he crawled through the forest, he was already sure it was the end. Daddy and Mummy Pig realized they were going the wrong way and ran back, but there was no one at the other end either. They looked closely and saw the footprints of an adult. The footprints led to a house. They knocked on the door and Grumpy Rabbit opened it. It was him, who picked George up and brought him to his house. He told George's parents how to get to the village, and they carried George in their arms. We tried to find out what was happening to George at Grumpy Rabbit's house, but George did not answer.